What if the worst moment of your life happened 40 years ago, but you're only living it now? I'm 63 years old. I've been happily married for 4 decades, but 3 years ago, I had a dream that shattered everything I thought I knew. This is the story of a 5-minute mistake that echoed through 40 years of silence. A story about betrayal, forgiveness, and the ghosts that live in the spaces between what we remember and what we choose to forget. It begins with a phone call on a Saturday afternoon in 1983, when I was 300 miles away, and my wife was about to make a choice that would change everything. I didn't know where I was, didn't know what year it was. I was 24, no, 63. Reality dissolved like smoke in my hands. The dream was so vivid I could smell her perfume, hear his voice, see, see what I was never meant to see 40 years ago. Some wounds don't heal, they just wait. We were kids, madly in love. Elizabeth was light itself, smart, funny, with that mischievous smile that made me lose my mind. I worked 60 hours a week, wanted to build us a future. Sometimes I traveled on weekends. I trusted her completely. Liz always got along better with guys than girls. She was one of the boys. Pool, beer, concerts, I never felt jealous. Until, until David Crowley. She said he was just a friend. A nerd, she called him. 4 years older, married, safe, right? It was a Wednesday at lunch. She mentioned casually, Rob's going to a conference this Saturday. Finally gonna watch all my shows. Saturday afternoon, the phone rang. Hey, I'm actually in your neighborhood. Thought maybe I'd stop by. Couple of beers? She hesitated for just a moment. Um, okay, sure. Why not? That why not changed everything she told me later. She didn't feel anything for him. No spark, but he was there, close, and I was 300 miles away. 2 beers, some music, Fleetwood Mac, I think, the couch, conversation. She didn't push him away. I still don't know why. Years later, she would tell me, I was tipsy. He was aggressive. I froze. Didn't say no, but didn't want it either. He finished. There was no intercourse, but hell, did that even matter? She found her voice then, quiet, firm. Leave, and never call me again. 6 weeks later, she found out she was pregnant. She said to me through tears, I didn't know whose child it was, couldn't risk it, couldn't bring that into our marriage. I wanted that baby, but I respected her choice. I didn't know the truth. 3 weeks later, my father died. I was the only son. I was 24. I broke. One night, as I lay staring at the ceiling, Elizabeth sat on the edge of our bed. Her hands were shaking. Rob, I need to tell you something. And then she told me about David, about the pregnancy, about not knowing who the father was. I didn't scream, didn't cry. I just closed that door, slammed it so hard I forgot where the key was. We never spoke of it again. 40 years. A happy marriage, you'd say? Yes, we were happy. I loved her. She loved me. Birthdays, anniversaries. Our children were born. Graduations, gray hair, grandchildren. We built a life together. Then I lost my job. The pandemic. For the first time in 40 years, I had too much time to think. And then I dreamed. In the dream, I was there. Standing in the corner of that living room from 1983, I could see them on the couch. Young Elizabeth, David. I screamed, Liz! Liz! Stop him! They couldn't hear me. I tried to move, tried to reach them, but my legs wouldn't work. I was frozen, forced to watch it all unfold. I fell to my knees. When I woke up, I didn't know what was real. Did this happen 40 years ago? Or yesterday? It was 4 in the morning. I shook Elizabeth awake. What? Robert, it's 4 in the morning. I need to know everything. About that night, about David, about everything. She sat up shocked. Are you, are you bringing this up now? After 40 years? I buried it, repressed it, because of Dad, because of everything. But now it's like it happened last week. I cross-examined her like a prosecutor, every detail, every moment. How long? What exactly happened? What did you feel? She was exhausted but honest. It wasn't romantic, Rob. It was pathetic. 5 minutes of my life I'd give anything to erase. Then she told me something I never knew. I was abused as a child. You knew a little. I never told you how bad it was. It destroyed my self-esteem, made me self-destructive. I think, I think that's why I didn't stop him. She told me things about her childhood, about the abuse, about the woman I thought I knew completely. She quit her job the next week. We've been inseparable since. 40 years of loyalty, proven every single day. The pain is real, even after all this time. It feels like yesterday and a lifetime ago, all at once. I look at her now, silver hair, laugh lines around her eyes. And I see both women, the girl who made the worst mistake of her life, and the woman who spent 40 years trying to make it right. Can you forgive something you buried so deep you didn't know you were still carrying it? Can you grieve a child that might have been yours or might not have been? We're working through it. At 63 and 60, we're learning who we really are, who we've always been. I have two questions I can't answer. Was our 40-year marriage real, or was it built on a foundation of silence? And can love survive the truth, even when the truth comes 40 years too late? I don't know yet.